shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Stop your freight train, let a lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh, fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Who's been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling. Ooh, thunder calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Midnight highway, shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Stop your freight train, let a lost man ride. Why don't Fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Who've been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling. Ooh, ooh. Thunder calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, stop your freight train, let a lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Who've been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling. calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. The fortune lady told my mama before I saw the sun, said your boy's gonna love too hard and break more than one. He gonna make sweet women laugh and cry, in a whole wide world. Gonna ask him why, but you know why I'm torn. Everybody knows I'm torn. Yeah, you know I'm a midnight man. Everybody knows I'm torn. I got a black cat charm and a heart turned blue. Got a letter from my baby saying I'm done with you. I'm gonna make you good, lead me by my hand. Then the crowd gon' cry for the midnight man. Love and cry, love and cry. But you know I'm torn. Everybody knows I'm torn. Yeah, you know I'm a midnight man. Everybody knows I'm torn. Love and cry. All right, baby. Love and cry. That's hard. Love and cry. Love and cry. The fortune lady told my mama before I saw the sun, said your boy's gonna love too hard and break more than one. He gonna make sweet women laugh and cry, in a whole.
Okay, here's what I'm watching. All right, very good.
Fortunately, he told my mama before I saw the sun. Said your boy's gonna love too hard and break more than one. You're gonna make sweet women laugh and cry.
Yeah, baby. All right. All right, all right. Let's see. Are we coming? Let's see if it's coming in.
Okay. Everyone watching?
All right.
Very good.
All right, now why is that still playing? Why is that still playing? All right, what?
Yeah, baby. All right. All right, all right. Let's see. Are we coming? Let's see if it's coming in. All right. All right, now why is that still playing? Why is that still playing? All right, what? Yeah, baby. All right. All right, all right. Let's see. Are we coming? Let's see if it's coming in. All right. Now, why is that still playing? Why is that still playing?
Yeah, it's not. Why is it looping like that? I don't understand why we're. Is that just feedback? All right, yeah, let's see. I'm not sure. I'm hoping this is working out. We've got Tony Renato. All right. Yeah, it just took me a while to get online here, trying to figure this thing out. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like the music. I'm just going to kind of chat here for a minute because I'm watching it to see if it's on YouTube and what's happening. And for some reason, I don't know if the music is still playing or it's just a loop. It looped in because it heard it. I don't know. So I'm waiting to see what happens here. So let's get into what I'm looking at here, so that way I'll know that the scene changed, and we'll see if this kind of works itself out, because I'm not really sure why that music is playing. So let's see. We just have to wait. Yeah, this is a trip. You know what I mean? It's like you do this stuff, you're like, okay, you try to get this stuff going, but all right, I'm gonna jump in to what I'm doing, and then I'll just check back. But anyway, all right. So market today, what we've got. All right, here, let me see real quick. We all know that the scene changed, and we'll see if. Okay, that actually looks good. Looks like that might have solved the problem. All right, so. With the market here, I apologize. I am looking around, trying to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. So let me duck this down. Well, you know what? We may have to start. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. That might be a problem. Oh, boy. All right, so, yeah, where's the market at today? Right? So this is it was a good day, right? It was a great day. And another one, which has been amazing to me literally since the bounce from the dip, because I didn't think the dip was really deep enough. Being at war, just being at war, but more importantly, this inflationary impact of not only spending money on the war, but the actual Strait of Hormuz being closed and the price of oil increasing due to supply and demand and market shock. So I was waiting for the market to go down much lower and before I was going to buy, because I was going to buy some stuff. But it didn't go down that low, which, kind of amazing to me. I really, I was expecting, frankly, I think we pulled maybe 10%, maybe a little over, a little under. Wasn't enough for me. I'm like, what are we doing? I thought we were at war. I thought there was a supply shock on oil. I'm thinking 15, 20%, just kind of like last year when we had the tariffs in April, right? Market had an attack when that happened. And that was just the fear of it happening. Nothing had happened yet. Just the fear that something could happen was enough to drive the market down 3 days in a row. And it was doing like 1,500 to 3,000 points on the Dow. So now we're at war, actual effect from something happening. It's not like, we're thinking about going to war. No. We're already throwing bombs. And the market's like, not a problem. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, big deal, right? So I didn't understand, but needless to say, market has been climbing, since that inflection point, which, excuse me. Let's see. Real quick, let's take a peek at that and see what that is. Let me see when that was. All right, let's see. Take a look at the SPY here. Yeah. Right down on, March 30th. So it looks like that was a Monday. And that was the bottom, and we have been heading up ever since. Straight up. Like this is actually nuts. Need to actually reset this. And look for something down there. Let me know if we get a pullback that I need to wake up early for. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. And so today, another update. It's like, all right, what are we doing, right? What what part of the market is actually hitting? And I can take you over here. Let's see. I'm watching and I'm seeing uranium go crazy. All right, uranium and the nuclear trade. And I'm going to go into the ETFs here by sector, and this financial sprott, they went up, but it was silver, gold, copper, then uranium kind of came in there. But what I really saw was the nuclear stocks are setting up and they're ready to go. So that's a sector that I'm really keeping an eye on right now. But I am in some trades, and let's see here. This is what I'm watching. These are some trades that I'm actually in at this time. This thing's driving me nuts. This is Filtronics right up here, and this is basically, it's an over-the-counter stock. But what it is, it's a play on the SpaceX IPO. It's a company in London, and they're already partnered with SpaceX, and they've actually created the technology that will send the signal back, and really from Skylink, I think it's called. Is it Skylink? I think that's what it's called. Needless to say, so I bought in on this thing on Friday, and so Friday, this is Monday. Friday I bought in, and no. This is it here. I bought in at $5, right? So I buy in at $5 because I'm like, look, I'm buying SpaceX when it comes out. Like it's just fantastic. Because I'm going with it. It doesn't matter to me. And there's all these plays out there. People are like, oh, look at these stocks. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Makes sense. But I got word on this one, and this is Filtronics, but it's London, where in London I think it trades as FLT, and then here in America we can actually trade the FLTCF. And so what I've decided to do is get in. I'm like, $5? Okay, I'll get in. So needless to say, Monday, while I'm asleep, like I just playing this thing casual, like just put a small share price in there, small number of shares. I'm like, let's ride the train. Let's see what happens. And sure enough, while I'm asleep, because I got up at about 9 a.m., this thing went from $5 to $8.50, skyrocketed, just literally straight to $8.50, and then literally straight back down. And then yesterday, even down further. So I went, from being up, like $300, $400 down to, I think I was down $50 today, 60, $75. Horrible. And, it was yesterday. And then today, it's starting to level out. But anyway, so that was kind of a problem. Anyway, but I'm working on that one. I've got that in a couple other accounts I put it in. And then I'm doing Coke. I'm doing Coke. Oh, boy. That's going to be a problem for the federal agents. Coke is it's what they use to, I don't know if it's smelt steel, whatever they do to create steel, forge. We're forging steel. Because the rare earth minerals, that big deal right now. So with that, I bought into the Coke last week as well. So this is XXC, which is Sun Coke Energy. So doing that, doing some other rare stuff. This one, it's working. I've got some stops in here. Just again, I buy small. I tend to invest $500 to $1,000 on a trade. So this one I didn't come in high. I came in pretty low because I'm just watching things. And the rare earth minerals, they're great. It's a great sector, but they're volatile. So I'm still trying to adjust to that volatility. So with that being said, got into this one and I'm doing good. It had I bought it back here. And as you can see, I'll show you when I make it bigger. I'll show you what it looks like. But my buy line's right in here, and so we're getting a little movement on that. And then Oramet, this is an interesting stock. I decided to get into, and I'll go over that one as well. And then United States antimony, big deal on antimony. Ever heard of antimony? Yeah, it's not like palimony or alimony. It's antimony. This one you can actually make money on, fellas. It's not a losing investment. But needless to say, got into that, and I'm going to show you a bigger chart. We'll take a look at that. But I'm playing some stuff right now. I'm also playing Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. That's a big deal right now. They're trying to get that to list from list up. Probably over $10. You have what's his name, Ackman. What's his first name? Ackman. All right, we'll get it. But anyway, here let me switch down to my daily here, and we'll take a look at that. But anyway, but Fannie Mae and Bill Ackman. It's Bill Ackman. Yeah, so it's Bill Ackman. He's really going after this, because this thing's on the OTC, over-the-counter market, and they want to get the price up so they can move it over to the New York Stock Exchange, I believe, or would it be the NASDAQ? I'm not sure, but they want to get it, moved over so that way the big investors, the hedge funds, the pensions, they can actually come in and buy it. And his belief is that it could IPO at about $34. So I was like, all right, I liked it. So I took a little bit of, this is Fannie Mae and then Freddie Mac, FMCC. Got that. Oh, I think it switched. Oh, look at that. I guess I'm not going to be able to type. Well, look what I'm learning. And if I type, oh, I see. All right, yeah, I set some keys, and if I hit the key, I can't type. All right, that's going to be a problem. Well, darn it. All right, I better let me. I think I can go into settings because I'm going to be doing a lot of typing. All right, I apologize, guys. I am still learning this whole process. Okay, so anything, we're just going to clear these out. Clear that one. Clear that one. Yeah, I'm still trying to get organized. Just trying to learn the streaming thing. I've done it before, but I just did it very basic. Now I'm like, I'm gonna really do it, and it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. All right, I think. Oh, and we'll get that one out of there too. That way I can type because I've got to be able to type symbols. All right, and I'll go back and fix that tomorrow. Okay, and now did I just screw up the stream? Well, looks like I'm still streaming. Yeah, that's crazy. But you'd think that if I'm over here, it wouldn't have an effect, but maybe it does. Okay. All right. And that's something. Okay. So, all right, we'll take a shot here. But yeah, I just type in that. Let me just try type and make sure we're good. All right, so Fannie Mae right there, FNMA. And this is a pattern that I really like. Just tightening up, and we're doing good. It's actually really moving here. I've got it in another account, so okay. I'm just checking to make sure we're still on. Looks like we are. Anyway, so I'm watching that, and then, of course, this is Freddie Mac. As you can see, very similar setup, and so I'm watching these. If we get a big explosion, I've got stops put in, but I like it. I've been looking around the market, trying to find stuff, and it's been rough because the market just keeps jumping up. And so, anyway, so I grabbed some of this. Then I'm being, probably being a little ridiculous, but, I like having these little lottery tickets. So I got into graphene. And let's see. HGraph. So I got into this too. This is graphene. Some of you guys may have heard of it. But got in here because, first of all, pattern is tight. We're looking good. Today's another good day. Hopefully we go up and just keep tightening right up against this $6 level and look for an explosion. But graphene. Just another, let me get some water. Just like this technology, and it's not new. Like, they've known about graphene. It's been around. It's apparently harder than steel, but a whole lot lighter. And, but the problem has been the efficiency in creating it. And this company, Graphene Co., they have actually figured it out, and they can actually make a lot of this stuff, and it's like a 99.8% pure graphene. So it, conducts heat. It's great for conducting electricity. It's more efficient than copper, right? Copper shortage, AI data centers, right? We're going to space with more satellites. Copper, right? Okay. So needless to say, another little lottery ticket, and I only have 5 shares in this account. I bought 50 in the other one, because I buy in my retirement as well. But it's just a lottery ticket, I'm a swing trader. I didn't mention that, but I swing trade, I will day trade. There are times where I will day trade. I used to do the momentum trading, try doing that. I've taken a lot of courses from different guys on the internet. I've learned a lot, but I just can't. That momentum trading, I'm on TD Ameritrade, so it's slow. But yeah, I literally couldn't put enough money on a trade for it to make a difference because I was so friggin' nervous trying to play that out. So anyway, I just have had more luck in my life. This is before I even started studying trading. I was just investing my money in the stock market. I'd listen to Jim Cramer. I listened to MSNBC or CNBC, to the fast money guys. And I was like, oh, all right, I like that stock. I like that stock. And I did good. I always did well over a longer period of time. But now I like the swing trade. I do like the shorter, not like the full-on long-term. I've got stuff for long-term, but I will do a day trade, right? If I see a nice setup, I'll take it. I'll have a little fun. No reason not to enjoy yourself. But needless to say, but then I'm looking at these lottery tickets. I'm like, yeah, why not? I mean, I finally bought crypto after 12 years? Because I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why am I buying this? I watched the origin stories what tricked me out. Like I was researching this back when Bitcoin was $900, right? $900. And I'm like, okay. And I was in a position at that time to be like, all right, yeah, I'll throw 900. If I lose it all, cool. And I was willing to do that. But once I watched that origin story about this Satoshi guy, I don't know, going up into the Himalayas, smoking some weed, and then he's like, I got an idea. Who is this guy? I don't know who this is. It was like it was like a biblical story. So I'm like, no, not doing it. And sure enough, it obviously went up. What I learned from that experience was there's no logic to it, to me, right? I couldn't find logic in it. My misunderstanding is that the market decides what has value. The market is the people. If people decide something has value, guess what? It has value. That's it. Period. End of story. You go back to the whole tulip thing, whatever. Okay? But if people believe it, I mean, look at our currency. The only reason the dollar means anything is because people believe in it. There's enough people that believe in it. They're like, yeah, it works. So anyway, needless to say. But yeah, I got into crypto. I'm like, yeah, lottery ticket, whatever. Just bought a little bit. And, because the market came down. So over the holidays, I was doing some more research, figuring out what I wanted to do, and put together a little trade on some Bitcoin and XRP. I'm like, if it goes to nothing, okay, whatever. But if it goes to something, I'm having a steak dinner. So anyway, all right, back to this. I'm all over the place, so I apologize. But so graphene, I watched a documentary on it, saw people talking about it, saw the CEO talking about it. She wasn't real convincing, but the research on it shows that, this graphene thing is a big deal. And the biggest thing is you have to be able to not only make a high grade, but you have to be able to make it in an efficient manner. So it doesn't cost more energy to make it than you can sell it for, I guess. So anyway, so I'm giving that a shot. And then, right over to my antimony. Got to get yourself a little antimony. This thing is driving me nuts. As you can see, I'm in right here, right at the $11.47 line. And, this thing has gone against me, gone for me. Does it tell me when I bought this? That'd be nice if it told you that. But yeah, I guess not. I'd have to go look at my records to see when I picked it up. But I've had it for at least a couple weeks, and it's just nuts. Like it goes, comes back, goes, comes back, then you're like, yeah, and then here we are again. However, this is actually looking pretty good now. It actually closed strong today. We're just kind of like back here, just nice full candle. No sell off at the top. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get something, because even in the after hours it's holding. So it's looking pretty good. So I'm kind of digging it. But anyway, so antimony. But again, the rare earth. I'm watching gold. I'm watching silver. I'm watching copper. But now what we've got is nuclear. Okay? So not just uranium, but the nuclear stocks. And we're going to bounce through some of them just real quick, because the setups are good. But anyway, and then this one today, I bought this one. This is Oramet. And Oramet, it's a geothermal company. But again, as you can see, I've got that pattern I really like. And so I bought it a couple days back because I was thinking, okay, what if it might get a breakout? But the thing is, it was reporting earnings. And I'm like, I don't like riding through earnings. I'm not a fan of that. So needless to say, I was watching it today. It's kind of dipping, and I'm like, oh boy. Okay, I'm just going to get out. So I got out break even, and because I'm like, I'm not. It's basically it's a utilities company in a sense, but it's geothermal mostly. That's the core business. And so anyway, I got out. Well, right at 1 o'clock, because I'm here in Vegas. It reported phenomenal, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting back in. So it trades real thin. So I put a bin in at 115 and had to sit for a while because it jumped up. Somebody bought at like 120. So anyway, so I was able to get back in. It literally jumped up to 124. And here, let me see. Let me split screen this. I think that's. Oh, I think I'm figuring something out here. Let's see. All right. Yeah. That's this. And we're going to take that, and we'll maximize that, and we'll link it. So, okay. So up top is my 5 minute, and then down here is my daily. But yeah, you can see here in the aftermarket, yeah, somebody ended up here at 124. So, but anyway, so I got back in. I was like, all right, this looks fantastic, and again, it's got the pattern I like. So I'm cool with it. So I'm gonna stick with it. So that's Oramet. And am I doing anything else kind of weird? I think that's it. So I got some strange stuff. I was looking around today, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just getting all these alerts, and nuclear is going nuclear. So with that, nanonuclear, these are these small modular reactor companies that I really like. I was in this. I rode this thing all the way up to 60. Sold probably around 55. I was waiting to see. You got a double top up there, but I was like, all right, let me see. So I rode this up back here. I took the ride up, and I was like, because they weren't making any money. There wasn't any profit. They were just, I think, actually it was nanonuclear because they just built their first reactor, I think, at some college campus. And but anyway, I liked it. And I was driving a limo for a while, and I ended up with a nuclear scientist in my limo, and he was alone. And I'm like, I'm going to talk to this guy. So I started talking to him. I was like, what about these small reactors? And he liked it. He was like, no, it's fantastic. They use less fuel. They can reuse fuel that's been used, I believe, is what can actually happen there. And he's like, yeah, it's a great way to go. I'm like, all right, done. So needless to say, it jumped up 27% today. And, again, this is my pattern. I like this. But I'm going to need this to come back down. And it just has to come back down and retest. And it may not. It might just take off. There's no news. I'm looking at the, here, I'll bring this up. But, okay, so they went up because they signed a deal with Supermicro. And I don't know. I mean, this is my own opinion. I listened to that. I was buying that stock, trading it, and I listened to the CEO of that company. It could be a different one now. This is within the year, maybe a year and a half. I didn't trust that guy. The way he was talking, I'm like, does this guy know what he's doing? So, anyways, I got kind of nervous, and then their stock kind of crashed. I think it was shortly after they did a split. But anyway, so Supermicro, they need power. They talked to Nano Nuclear. Okay. So Nano Nuclear went up, and then the other one that's with Nano Nuclear is SMR. So let's take a look and see what SMR did today. Where's SMR? I want to make sure that's on my list. Yeah. So SMR went up almost 14%. So this is its competitor, but apparently, I don't know. People on the word on the street, this was maybe a better company. A little bit more put together. But with that being said, they're reporting. Oh, they're reporting tomorrow. Okay, all right. So let me. I'm gonna get an alert in here on this. Remember that for tomorrow. But for me, here we go. It's putting in what I want to see. So in fact, here, just because I'm in here, we're gonna draw this up, and that one is actually coming across anyway. But I'm liking this kind of thing. And I'm going to put that in there as my run and gun. Okay, and that's looking good to me. Squeezing up. We just, a pullback, a little bit tighter, but we'll see. I don't know. Earnings might send it through the roof. I'm not sure. Or it's going to crash it. But yeah, interesting how they were able to report that the day before they report earnings. All right, good on them. All right, so I'm going to watch that tomorrow. But anyway, so that's looking good. Oklo. What's going on with Oklo? That's right. They got to deal with Meta. All right, so again, here we are. See? Swinging up. And they are reporting on the 12th, so next week. But again, these are the setups I like, and it's coming in. So Oklo's looking good. SMR, Nano Nuclear. This, a little sloppier, but that's going. Energy Fuels. And this again, this is looking good. I'm liking this. You got a breakout. They report. So this is tomorrow. Oh, they reported today after the market. Ooh, they didn't report well. How's that look? Okay. Yeah, it dropped after hours. But it's coming back because nuclear's coming back. Right? This is the story, people. Nuclear. Uranium. I don't know. Plutonium, is that just for bombs? I don't know. But needless to say, that's where I see the biggest movement and the setups that are starting to build and come in. Of course, semiconductors, they've been on a tear. Just an absolute tear. What else? Oh, quantum. Quantum is starting to hit. The money is flowing into quantum. There were some stocks today that, where's my papers? Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, there was some quantum stuff looking at on Monday. Let's put that in there. Let's see what we got. Let's see, QMCO. Yeah. And we were looking at this on Monday, so I missed it. I missed it. This thing tightened up quick and then went. But the quantum stocks are flying, and it's holding a little bit of a dip after hours. So that one, and let's see, IPX. Nice. Yeah, look at that. And that one was up over 11% today. Beautiful. Now, for me, I want a pullback. I think a pullback is due. I think we can get it. Let's see if we can get a pullback, get a nice retest of this area, and bang! To the moon, people. That's what we're looking for. The moon. That's kind of where everything's going, isn't it? So anyway, but yeah, so quantum, semiconductors. I mean, semiconductor. Did you see the earnings on AMD? I'm like, seriously? And I own NVIDIA. Love it. Nothing. I think it did go up today. I think we got a little bit of movement. So yeah, all right, nice after hours. Looking good on the 5-minute. Ooh, big candle. Look at that candle, huh? All right, and ooh, it hung. It just stuck the landing. All right, so hopefully tomorrow get a little bit more. But what would it go up? 5%? Okay, good. Let's look at AMD. Look at this gap. My goodness. 18%. Insane. Micron. Just banging it out. Wow. This is fantastic. Isn't that something? What's the other one? I think Taiwan Semiconductors. Yeah, they had a nice day. They're moving. But anyway, so semiconductors. But anyway, so I'm just, I've got my stuff that I'm working on, watching some of my trades, and just really kind of trying to play this momentum up, because the momentum on the market is just, it's crazy. I mean, we're in a special time again, and with war, I just I don't understand it. It's kind of crazy. Let's see if I hit the right button. Hey, look who it is. All right. Wait a minute. Can we? I think this is it. Wait. This is it. All right. I got to do it. I don't know. Am I going to get in trouble? I might get in trouble. But, every once in a while, you need a little kicker. You just need a kicker. And this is my little Asian girlfriend. Yeah, little fantasy. Everybody should have a fantasy. She is fantastic. Watch. Oh, no.
To make this call.
Oh. Well, that's enough of that. I think, because I don't know. Am I going to get in trouble? I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. But anyway. So anyway, so I'm Tony. I'm just, I'm kind of just coming out and, want to do some streaming. Going to talk about the market. I am not a pro. Again, I'm here just for entertainment purposes. I'm not a pro. I trade in my own accounts, and so none of this is financial advice. I'm just talking about what I'm seeing, and I watch different folks, read the news, watch the stocks, as they're actually moving. So, for me, it's Let's see. Let me jump over here. So what would this be? Would this be? Yeah. I think that's what I want. But anyway. So, again, not financial advice. Just a guy out here trading, trying to get good at this. Want to be great at it, and I've tried so many times through the years to just nail this. Right? It's literally a dream of mine. You know, I really want to get good at this, and I mean, I've been buying stocks since the early 2000s. Literally, I had to call a broker on the phone and be like, "Hey, I want to buy this stock." So I kind of watched where all of a sudden, computer, you can watch the stocks, and you're like, "Oh my God, what's this all about?" I've never seen stock charts, and then like in the 2010s, I was trading. I was just buying stocks, and all the way through, and then really the pandemic, when we all had that free time, I just kind of sat back. I'm like, I want to learn how to do this. So it's been about 6 years of just a lot of studying, and but previous just kind of understanding the market, but just like kind of really getting in there deep, hardcore. So I want to do this, man. Okay? I want to be in the middle of nowhere with, I don't know, is it Skylink? What is this Elon Musk thing? Let me, I can't believe I don't know. All right, here, let's ask AI. Elon Musk, Sky, and we'll go space Wi-Fi. Is it Wi-Fi or Bluetooth? Let's see what it says. What is the name of this thing? Starlink. Starlink? What did I say? Spacelink? Okay, Starlink. Oh yeah. Hey, what's Bitcoin doing? It's holding. All right, nice. So yeah, middle of nowhere. Starlink. Cooking some brats on an open fire, trading stocks. It's a dream, right? So anyway, I'm just here, and just to really talk about my journey as I'm going through it, pass on information, hopefully start some conversations with folks that, they're looking at something and why they're looking at it. Just want to find other traders. I mean, because as you know, if you're a trader, this is lonely. You don't have people, like I have one buddy, but, we talk like every 3 months, but I just would really like to, have people to, just talk to, just shoot ideas around. What are you seeing? What am I seeing? What's the other guy seeing? And you find that stock and that one that's going to go, up 70% while you're asleep. That was fantastic. Unreal. So anyway, that's me. So I'm gonna go ahead and end. But it's tomorrow's another day. I'm gonna take another shot. I'm gonna sit here now. I'm gonna go through some more stocks. We're gonna see what might work for tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But news to say, Tony Renato, Trey Voltage. Someday I'll explain the name, but Trey Voltage, and yeah, and that's it. And I have an actual exit. Let's see if it'll let me do it. I'm gonna come over here and let's see if it actually takes me out. But anyway, ciao for now. Didn't work. Oh, that's right. I took him out. All right. Out for now, man. Have a good night.
don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, midnight highway, shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Oh, stop your freight train, little lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Who been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling. Thunder calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh. Tell me, river, where your current flows. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, freight train, little lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh, ooh, fare you well, darling, ain't coming back no more. Why don't you hear me wonder? Who been whispering since I've been gone so long? Freedom calling.